Good evening. This is the first 5 pages of a new solo RPG. It's called the Adaptable Solo RPG, which basically means you can take any fiction, any comic, any TV show, any movie, any novel that you like and turn it into a solo RPG just using this book. However, this is just the first 5 pages, which is available on Patreon at the moment to any tier of Patreon. And we're just going to go through it. For copyright reasons, the first example in the book is Bram Stoker's Dracula, with a bit of influence and a bit of a twist on that. But if you follow the YouTube channel, I'll be going through anything from Lord of the Rings to Brandon Lee and the Crow, obscure stuff and famous stuff, Star Wars, whatever you like. Well, if any suggestions, come over to Patreon and let me know how it can be adapted for your particular interest. And I'll run through an example for you. So character creation, in this case, we're going to choose Dracula. We're actually going to play as Dracula. We're going to make a little bit of a twist with it. That actually, you don't roll for the abilities when you're creating this type of solo RPG because you know the character that you're going for. The important thing is to get some balance between the other characters. And I do have a resources page here, which will basically help you do that kind of research and do things like looking at a collectible card game, because often a collectible card game will actually have already sorted out the specifics of balance and stats and stuff like that. So you can kind of borrow from different things. There might even be an RPG already out that you want to convert, and that's basically what this book will do. So once we've rolled up a character and we've given him a couple of special abilities, the next thing that we really need in the story is we need some sort of hook. In this case, it's Dracula. We're going to play as Dracula, but it's actually not 1880s and 1890s. It's actually 1905. It's on the cusp of World War One. In actual fact, a lot of the empires in Europe, the German Empire, the Austrian-Hungarian Empire, the Russian Empire, are actually sort of already gearing up for some kind of conflict and taking different land. And it's really just a matter of 4 major big players, and 5 if you still count the Ottoman, that will be playing out for territory. Romania itself, most of Romania is actually under control. The area known as Transylvania at this point in 1905 is actually under Austrian-Hungarian control. After World War One, Romania gains Transylvania as part of its one of its deals that everyone's making deals in the lead up to this war and during this war as to who's going to get which slices and who's going to get independence, and a lot of different countries that we are now familiar with haven't yet been formed. So that's the hook. Dracula is obviously this is almost like a sequel to Bram Stoker's Dracula. Dracula survives, but Dracula is now under siege by priests and hunters, and that's mainly due to a cache of, or a collection, if you like, of ancient artifacts that Dracula has at his castle. So he's going to move to Scotland. I've chosen Scotland because it was actually the first 3 chapters of Bram Stoker's, and I go into this kind of research, and this is actually a lot of the fun. And creating something like this will take you down a rabbit hole, and that's half the fun is doing this kind of research. The first 3 chapters, I believe, of Bram Stoker's Dracula was actually written at near Slains Castle in Cruden Bay, and that's essentially where we're going to be trying to get Dracula to move. He has to go through some hostile territory. He has to go through Transylvania to Hungary. He has to get up through Vienna into Germany. Eventually, he'll be taking a ship to Edinburgh and then heading up to Cruden Bay. So that's what we have here is 8. We're sticking to 8 kind of locations for every one of these adventures. This is the kind of game you would sit down and play for 20 minutes by yourself, and you would try and get through one of these scenes in one session. And what else do we have? Early access here is Patreon, of course. This book will be fully released for free to Patreons, and even when it's fully published, you'll be able to get it for free through Patreon as well. But of course, in Patreon, you can ask questions, you can get involved, and we can start working out what particular things you'd like me to uses examples of how to get this book to work for you. And then I don't have a picture of Dracula, of course, because one of the most famous things in any RPG is a wizard. I've got this wizard playing a solo RPG here with his own little custom dice. Here's my custom wooden dice, if you haven't seen those. There's a video on my YouTube shorts of making those. That's about it. I think, yeah, from here on, hit subscribe and look forward to probably do a Lord of the Rings one next and go a bit more deeper dive into that. If you'd like to continue watching this video, then I'm going to dig out a few maps and dive into the exact kind of specifics of how we're going to walk around with Dracula, or actually catch a train. At one stage he's going up the Danube in a riverboat. Lots of train journeys to get him to Scotland, and we'll have a look at those maps further in the video. If not, then make sure you click the link in the description for our Patreon. Come join us, come support the channel. We also have a Discord game that is very much like a tabletop RPG, except you can play it on your phone. It's very partner friendly, so look out for that as well.